Hey, morning everybody. Today we decided to share with you guys about rope technique because I got a lot of replies and a lot of recommendations about rope climbing video, and the Magnus rope climbing video get a lot of attention as well. So people say that you don't use the proper technique, you have to use J-hook, or you have to squeeze, you have to rest. A lot of suggestions and recommendations, and there are a lot of small things that it's very hard to feel until you actually do this. Well, good morning, sir.
Morning.
What do you have here?
A few rips here,
Oh, a
nothing
few
too
rips.
bad compared to what I used to have, but you know, it's still.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very productive night, by the way. I mean,
Yeah. Kept going from challenge to challenge to challenge, just been worked out, you know.
Feel stronger? I can't move my hand.
Hands are still pretty raw, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about rope climbing technique. You can climb any length of the rope if your goal is climb up.
Yes, it also depends on your leg strength. So I'd say it comes down to your leg strength and your core strength, so, as opposed to just your arms.
Strength and endurance.
Strength and endurance.
Okay. There are a lot of different factors that will affect your technique, and one of them is a time limit for sure. Whatever the length of the rope is, time limit is the game-changing thing. So if you have time limit, you just go for speed. This is my opinion. What do you think?
I think time limit is a huge factor. I mean, obviously, you look at American Ninja Warrior, they got the 75-foot rope climb. You got to do it under 30 seconds. And then other competitions, let's say Ultimate Backyard Warrior, typically there's a 100-footer and a 120-footer. And basically, that's about the point where whether or not you want to push yourself all out or just try to conserve it. But yeah, time definitely does affect the style, the way you climb.
Yeah, in general, if you have a time limit, you have to just muscle it.
Oh, more than just muscle it, but
In general, you just like have to push yourself
to the
like
limit.
as hard as
fast as you can. Yeah.
Yeah, but what if you have like 300 feet rope climb and no time limit, and you have to climb up?
Well, now, is it a competition or is it just a?
No, just the goal.
Just the goal.
Like, can you climb 300, and what will be your technique?
Technique would probably be the Sasuke style. Any fatigue at all, I would switch to that S-hook leg lock.
S-hook,
Yes.
leg lock.
Yep. And
Okay.
then obviously with chalk bag behind me.
So we were talking about the total length on all ropes that you have here, and it's about 400 feet.
Well, yeah. So I got all these ropes right here. I got from my uncle. He works at a shrimp boat company, and so these are his anchor lines. So every now and then they have to replace the lines, and so he'll just call me up and say, "Hey, you got some rope here?" And basically, it's still pretty much in good shape. He just required to change it out every now and then. And yeah, so I go pick it up, and it comes typically in about at least, you know, I got this one. It was about 416 feet. I marked it every 10 feet and laid it out across the road and just measured it out. So.
Oh, that's great.
So eventually I would plan on doing, you know, a 400 plus rope climb.
Every time when the bunch of ninjas spending time together, eating, talking, every time we were talking about you. I'm serious. Every time we were talking about you. Because like in ninja community, there are a lot of stories about you being
Crazy.
how to say crazy?
Yeah, just say
I
crazy.
mean, you just
Different.
okay, different.
So basically, back in the day, you know, everyone was always trying to get that perfect shot, you know, the video for the submission videos. And basically, anyone who's ever seen The Dark Knight Rises, like Batman, you know, the scene where he's climbing out of, you know, the cave pretty much in the jail prison. Just, it was that exact setting. Now, I'm not going to say exactly where I was, because in all reality, I don't want any young children to go out there and try it, because people have actually died there. And so basically, 200 feet of utility line I was going to use as a belay line, just for a backup. I had 180 feet of this rope right here. And the original cave I was looking for, cavern is actually it's called, was 160 feet. I ended up finding the wrong cavern. So I took this rope, I tied it off to a tree, threw it down. I thought it hit the ground, it didn't hit the ground. I took my other belay line rope, which really wasn't belay line rope. I threw that down, that hit the ground. And I had ascenders with me. It's basically ascenders which are used in order for going up rope. I really didn't tell anyone where I was going. I just went there, figured it was a weekend trip.
So what happened? You climbed down, right?
I was climbing down this main rope, and it was 180 feet. In the bottom, this cave is 230 foot deep. So as I'm climbing down, I get to the bottom of the rope, and I realize it's either, you know, go back up or just keep going. So you know what? I had my ascenders with me, so I was going to get the shot of me going up the belay line with the ascenders. So I got all the way down. I got some video of just the cave itself. It was pretty beautiful, actually. I mean, you get bats all around, and you get water, a little trickling water. And literally, I had my phone with me, and it got to the point where it got down to like 1% because I was using it to actually find the actual cavern. So I ended up sending a text to my dad, giving my exact coordinates. And the second I sent that text, the phone died. So I'm literally in this cavern by myself. No one knows where I'm at. And okay, so I got my ascenders with me. And so basically the way those work, it's like a one-way ratchet. So you ratchet it up. It's a two-way ratchet.
Yeah.
And basically you ratchet.
Yeah. Just go to the rope.
And they have footholds. You can put footholds as you're going up. And I tested it before on one of these ropes right here. I have video of that too, testing it, and it worked great. But I never tested it on that utility rope because I figured, you know, in all reality, I didn't think I'd have to use utility rope because in that time, you know, I was climbing and working out a lot. So I figured 160 feet wouldn't have been that bad. I learned a very valuable lesson, but for the most part is you always want to, you know, have someone with you, you know. Make sure you have quality equipment, it's tested, it works. I personally, I was, you know, this was 3 years ago, I was 25 years old, I thought, you know, I just, anything.
Okay.
So it's like, so yeah, this is why I say for all that, anyone watching this, is you want to make sure you have quality gear. So.
Okay, what happened next? You start climbing up.
Start climbing up, and basically it stretches. And I'm 60 feet from my main rope, from the bottom of the main rope. So basically I try to get that, what I would do is it stretched so much that I'd stretch it all the way down. I took some rocks around, tied the rocks, the heaviest rocks I could find, just to get it as tight as possible. And then just using the ascenders, and they were, you know, footholds in the ascenders. To go up, I'd use my teeth, pull it down, step up, go up, pull it down, step up. And this is all literally like, this is after like climbing through the mountains, pulling the rope out, all this. So I was still a little pumped. So basically it got to the point where I made it to the rope right here. This exact rope, actually.
So this is the legendary rope. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't go anymore. And had I known that lock technique, I could have locked and stayed there, because I didn't learn this till like 6 months ago. So
okay, so how you climb out from there?
I ended up, you know, making it to the rope, was pumped out, and I ended up wrapping the utility line around my arm and just going back to the bottom. So I got down to the bottom and I sat there, and this is all literally like, this is like the middle of the night, and then, you know, so I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna die. So I ended up trying to free climb side of the cavern. I got 15 feet away from the rope, basically like from here to like where the yellow starts right there.
Where the yellow?
I'm on the side of a cliff right here.
Yeah. And the rope is
right there.
This one?
Yeah,
okay.
The yellow, like the start of the yellow right there. And so basically, knowing that's utility rope, it's the sharp edges on the side. I didn't really pad it too well because I figured I didn't really need it. But that's one thing, you make sure you pad the corners of like the cliff itself, very top. Otherwise the rope would snap.
Yeah, rope, yeah.
So the whole time I'm thinking, I'm sitting there for like 10 hours debating whether or not just to go for it and take the risk of snapping the rope or just dying. So it's like go or die. So it's like,
what did you do?
I ended up staying there and I went for it. You know, I was up there 10 hours, you know. I thought I was in a dream, you know, I'm gonna wake out of this and everything's gonna be all right. And I woke up and I was still there. So
okay, how you actually get out?
How do I actually get out? So basically I went for it. I actually ended up going for the rope, swung out, thinking it was
so
gonna
break. From cliff, you free climb cliff, grab the rope and swing to the rope. Yeah. I mean, grab the
utility line, pulled as tight as I could, swung out, looking up, making sure it was...
And it's 60 feet high.
Yeah, at 60 feet, I'm over 60 feet. So basically, if this rope snaps, I'm dying. So it's like...
It's mentally different.
Oh yeah, that's scariest moment of my life right there. And so basically here, and yeah, I try to get to it. I get through it. I just pump out. Go back to bottom. I sit there for a little bit, and I was watching some videos on press notches. I can't give the exact term, but press notches where you can take ropes, any other rope you can, and just rope like this and use that for knots.
Oh,
And I was going to do that to get up. And the second I started getting ready for that, there were some local caverners that came by, and that do that, you know, that do that cave all the time. And they were very nice people, and they came up and they had professional equipment, came down, gave me some Gatorade, let me use their stuff, get back out, and then from there just went home.
That's amazing story, actually.
And
you know,
they-
even we all do some different shit that
Yeah.
it's like different, but I think this this experience, this type of experience, what makes you
Human, yeah.
feel alive.
Yeah, and it's
in a
one of
good
the
way.
funny thing is too that I ended up finding out later that there was a somewhat of an escape route within the cavern, like down in the corner of it. I'm extremely grateful to people that do come. They let me use your equipment to get out. Definitely a life lesson. You know, make sure always test your equipment before you do anything, and make sure you get quality equipment.
Quality equipment, test equipment, and please tell your friends and family where you're going.
Yes, because at
Yeah.
the time, you know, it was submission videos. I just want to get something different than anyone else, and it was the perfect shot as far as had it worked. But
You
know,
have
it's entirely another story. So I don't want anyone to potentially die trying to do what I do, because I know.
Yeah, exactly. the same here. Like sometimes someone wants to get inside. Someone wants to get inside. You ready to go inside? Go inside. Go. Seriously?
Just like work.
Serious? Oh, someone wants to get outside. I didn't get it from the first time. Okay. Great story. Thank you for sharing. It's
Yeah.
actually a very personal thing, and
Yes.
I think it takes courage to share with people with your actual failure, doing like things that people will probably judge, and it's it takes courage.
Yes,
Yeah. You said that if you would know the S-lock,
S-hook recovery, S-hook
S-hook,
rest lock.
S-hook rest lock.
Yeah. Had I known that, no doubt, not a doubt in my mind, I could have just rested there,
Okay.
pumped out, get the lactic acid out, and then just climb, every 10, 15 feet, climb up, and if you get any fatigue at all, just get that lock and just rest out.
Okay. Do you want to demonstrate it?
Yeah. Just hang right here, shake out.
So basically, we have here the rope goes inside and over your foot. You step here. Using boots, it's a little bit less sensitive because, again, spent some time yesterday. You
Worse
just-
even barefoot.
yeah. Can you actually? I see you do one hand and other hand, but can you rest? Yes. Okay. Thank you. You see, it's just like in the boots, it's very nice, right?
Yeah, and obviously the higher you go, the easier it is, because
Yeah.
it's pretty low.
Yeah. Here, like instead of J hook, we should make it harder when you climb up because of weight of the rope. Just basically destroy your hook. Here, the weight of the rope you have on the bottom, it will pull you down, which makes this move so easy. And you just sitting and chilling over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I try?
Yeah.
Okay. So go inside, out, and step. Yeah. Yeah. It's still actually a little bit sensitive if you're naked,
Mm-hmm.
and it's definitely the thing that I think you must have in your pocket. So the skill is very useful. So it's 2-inch, very good quality rope, and it's very nice to hold. But sometimes there's like plastic ropes and like 4 inches rope, right? The thicker one.
4.5.
4.5. Okay, we have a 4.5 here. Inside, out. Inside. Oh, actually, it's easier. A little bit different. Maybe just because it's thicker.
Also, if you go a little bit higher as well. So.
Yeah, if you go higher, you don't need to press up with the ankle, with the bottom ankle. 4.5-inch rope, it will be harder to climb because it's thick, but it will be easier to rest. Do a J hook. Come on. Is it cool?
It's really not that bad because we're only like 12 feet right here, so.
Not that bad? Yeah, so you have to lift on a J-hook, you have to lift the part of the rope with your foot up, but when the rope is long and it's like pulling you down, it will be a little bit harder eventually. Eventually, not right now. One more thing, we have a PVC pipe here, and the PVC pipes is a big part of Ninja Warrior obstacle, to be honest. Yeah, but balance obstacle, hanging obstacles. Eventually I saw people climb PVC pipe, and I know that you know the secret. It's pretty much like a
figure four leg lock.
Yeah, like figure four from martial arts. It's the same move, like a
submission or just
yeah
control. Yeah.
Do you want to open secrets for us?
Yeah.
Please.
I've actually never tried it in boots, so.
Yeah, take them off.
Alright.
Clark. Yesterday we tried to wet this thing and climb up, and it didn't work.
I still say it's possible. You just gotta get it strong enough, get that compression strong enough. So, it just takes time.
That takes time. It takes time until the pipe is dry. So.
We'll do more testing on it.
Okay. I'll give you some time. Let's go back to the submission PVC pipe figure four lock rest technique.
All right.
Super secret, powerful move. Okay, come on. Yeah, you go first. Okay. Okay, so pretty much this the same. The pipe go between the legs, and top leg go over and under the knee here, and bottom leg go around. That's pretty dope. How you feel? Okay, switch legs. How you feel?
Pretty good.
Is it sensitive?
It is a little sensitive right here. As you can see, I got a little cut right there.
It's okay. We all have cuts.
Yeah. But I mean,
in a good way.
It's worth knowing. So.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try.
Take the pain.
Take it. Well, yeah, it's still sensitive, but you still can rest. Shake out and climb up. This actually works too. But here I spend more force.
And you also have to use both hands, have an arm on, or unless, I mean, if you get your neck on, then you probably.
Yeah, you can rest like this, but I think it's about how fast you can recover from being sore. It's a very good skill to have in the pocket. So one more cool thing that you can like actually lock your limb in somewhere, and I think climber community more familiar with this. But sometimes it can be a part of the OCR course or like Ninja Warrior obstacle course. It calls like knee bar or knee lock, when you actually put your limb or your joint somewhere. Yeah, I already told before that we spent last night doing these things. Okay, it's just pain. It's supposed to be just pain. Ta-da! Knee lock. It's actually when you put your limb somewhere and it got stuck, and you just like suffering in pain but resting and checking out.
Well, it depends on the surface too. So.
Oh yeah, I agree. Just let it go. Yes.
As long as I got my full foot on.
Yeah, because you don't use muscle to hold it. You just basically stuck there. This is the point. Well, anyways, John, it's amazing that you're very open to share your experience. You spend a lot of time to find out how it works, and you just give it away, and I appreciate it very much. Anyways, I really hope you guys learn something new, enjoy spending time with us, and yeah, check out John's YouTube, Instagram, and
you guys can check it out on YouTube. But for most part, I'll just say it right now, most of it's for me personally, so it's like,
so it's just your library of things you do. Okay.
One of the libraries.
Okay, you don't need support right there.
Not for you. YouTube, fine.
YouTube, fine. Okay, YouTube, fine. Yeah. But anyways, some comments probably will be great about maybe you want to learn something, and I know that John is very active on Instagram. And if you really want to learn feel free to ask. Hope you like the video. Thank you for your time. Stay healthy, positive, and see you on next one. Wee, Miley Cyrus. Okay. It's so painful right now. Oh.